And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, for more masks. So, you have triggered the security protocols of this particular room of the laboratory. You're in laboratory 5. You're in the this place, which is of course like a cloning thing. There's an alarm. An alarm rings. Metal doors in the side of the room slide open. And emerging onto the floor here by down with you guys, and also up onto like the higher walkways, emerges like these arthropod-looking metallic forms that like clamber along the floor and walls on like little pickaxey metallic legs, looking like a cross between a dung beetle and a scorpion.
Ew. A dung scorpion?
But about the size of like
dung scorpion.
But about the size of like a Mini Cooper.
Ugh.
And yeah, they like clamber out and like start like just like surveying the room with like little red eye lasers. And as they fall over you, we have the internal shot as we did with the Death Knight of like targets being identified, and then a picture of the lot of you as you like looking up on these things when suddenly mounted laser cannons on their bodies charge up and fire. What do you do?
Throw that little cube that I had been
Run away.
super dense by now. So
it's the black cube.
I am using that as a projectile to basically throw straight through the control unit of one of these things. You talking about running away, right? Try convincing Diamond that that's a good idea right now. Good luck. So she lays into them.
All right, so you just take it and counterattack.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the first thing we'll do is we'll resolve the you taking it part. So you just like line up a shot to throw this thing at them, and of course like you get sapped with the lasers from these creatures.
Yep.
So roll me to take a powerful blow.
Oh, me. Sorry.
And that's +1 for every condition you have, or how is that?
Correct.
Yeah, you should have like button above the conditions to roll.
Okay, yeah, sure. Hey!
Missed.
Look at me getting a potential.
Yeah, sweet. So yeah, how do you weather the blows, right? Like they start opening fire on you, and rather than dodging out of the way, you elect like you do something that like weathers their attack, and then you can just like line up the throw and engage them.
Basically, what happens is she starts going transparent, and while these laser shots do maybe pull very slight grooves in the yeah, I know this. I will never get over how silly this sounds, but the organic diamond skin that she's covered in.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, it is. It's just such a superhero level of nonsense, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, no, this is the completely wrong venue for that kind of stuff, right?
I know.
I'm just playing with you.
Yes, but it does, maybe draw just very low grooves in that. But of course, that's going to be smoothed out and healed over in no time whatsoever. Some of the shots will basically just catch reflective surfaces on her and just clank off or be reflected somewhere else. She just wades through it is the point.
So like we see them like shoot you, and like you get shot, you get hit, right? There's like these little impact drawings, right? These little pow explosions on your persons. But yeah, they just like they don't really do anything beyond like scoring your clothing. And then you can like lay back into them, but we'll have you do that in a moment, because I'm also curious about what the rest of you guys are doing, as like these I guess there's like 4 of them in total, like having emerged from different places in the room, just like firing a little hailstorm of laser fire down in your general location.
Ooh.
Starlight lets go of Sparrow.
Suddenly, like Sparrow just falls down, hits her head on the floor.
And then she's after Diamond.
Right. So I'm just like curious, like what is your respective reactions? Like how do you get out of there if you do, and how do you deal with it if you don't get out of there?
And that's directed at everyone.
Yeah, basically, right? Like there is too much fire here. Like this hits all of you. So I'm just curious, like what's the idea?
Sparrow does what she always does and projects a psychic barrier around herself and Money Clone. And I think due to the recent experiences she has, rather than being some nice flowery or animalistic theme, it's a very thick wall of brambles with large, nasty-looking thorns.
Nice. Is it like I'm like imagining whenever you do this, I have envisioned like a kind of translucent whiteness.
Yes.
Is there like, is it visibly like different, right? When you're saying like large nasty brambles, is it the same look, the same artwork, but doing it an angry shape, or is it like someone has poured oil in the water and it's like looking wrong?
I think it's mostly the same, but the tips of all these nasty thorns have a slight reddish black tint to them.
Ugh, nasty. Love it. All right, cool. So that's how you weather it, right? You raise brambles in defense of yourself and of and yeah, you basically like I guess would we classify this as I guess I would classify it as a defend. Yeah.
Woo! That's supposed to be.
Yeah, why don't we have you roll to defend? Yeah, look at that. That's a success.
There we go.
Does someone want to throw in there? Because then we could like if someone throws in there, you could basically cover more people.
I'm willing to do so. As in, I mean, I'm already waiting in there, so there's no reason why she couldn't be taking, basically trying to interpose herself to take more of the shots.
All right. Will you accept the team help, Sparrow?
Sure.
Right, cool.
It's either that or escalate the situation.
I get you. So I should also, by the way, apologies. I just realized I have not been showing our roles. So there we go.
Whoops, that happens.
Exactly. So returning from vacation and all that. Anyway, excuses. So you do that. You can spend a team to bump that effect up by 1.
Yep. I have hereby done so.
I will subtract a team from your pool down to 1, and yeah. So in unison, spirit brambles emerge from White Sparrow's location, and I'm imagining you basically like body blocking some of the shots, like for Starlight and Nightshade.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's what she's doing.
Cool. So like the two of you together are basically capable of like weathering the attacks coming at your little, like, you have this little niche, right? You have the cell that you're kind of like in the entrance of, that the two of you can cover. So Starlight and the Monoclone and Nightshade, you're like inside behind their defenses presently, as they're like weathering the initial assault and not taking any damage because like not suffering under their attack. However, this protection does not extend to Vigil, who is like out in the middle of the room.
Yep.
So, Vigil, what do you do? Because one of these things is looking at you, and opening up in your direction, shooting the same kind of like intense like yellowish laser beams, like these bolts that also were fired out of the security guards' rifles. But these seem like more like these are like vehicle weapons, the vehicle weapon of those guns, instead of being like infantry weapons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he basically like cracks his neck and like, let's do this, and just projects shield in front of him, like from his wrist, and does like Wonder Woman charge.
Sweet. Okay. I also realized that I need to do something. Because I was about to gloss over that you get something for having a 10 on the defense. Sparrow, what would you like to take for your defending of everyone? You can add a team, you can take influence over someone you protect, or you can clear a condition.
Can I take influence over money clone?
That is not appropriate, because unbeknownst to you, money clone is not really capable of being influenced.
You could add the team pool back that we just used on this.
Yeah, but I think I'll do that because I could clear my afraid, but I feel like this dug deeper. So yeah, I'll add a team.
Okay, sweet. So we'll jump your team pool back up again as you stand in defense of your teammates, and then we'll look to like out on the floor. So Vigil, you get shot at, and you bring a shield up to defend yourself, and and erect a barrier between the two of you as this thing like shoots its laser beams at you. That reminds me that I'm still curious if you protect yourself. Are you defending, or are you?
No, I think that's unleashing powers. Because I'm not attacking the thing, but I'm using my powers to overcome an obstacle.
Right. So what you're saying to me is like your approach to this problem is to.
It's basically I want to close in into the melee range while protecting myself. So
all right. Yeah, that sounds perfect. Yeah, that's totally what's happening then. So you're like kind of like moving up the like jumping or doing whatever you do, like to ascend the walkways and get up to the thing, while like bringing a shield to bear to defend yourself.
Indeed.
Yeah. Roll plus freak. See what's up.
Yes.
Oh, that's nasty. Is anyone gonna throw in here?
It didn't sound
Yes,
like you
I will.
wanted.
I'll throw in.
All right. What is your contribution here? How do you help? How do you help Finn from behind your screen?
Yeah, so as Finn is like charging up these stairs and taking the shot, he doesn't see another one of these things come from the side and start to take a shot at him. And so Nightshade sees it and he pulls out a couple of his throwing knives and throws it up into it and causes it to veer off and fire and miss him.
Interesting. So we see like the internal view of the thing again, as suddenly like a couple of like throwing knives just like enter the periphery, and the thing just like does a quick scan of them, and like it doesn't really register. It's just like it's a robot knee-jerk thing, right? It's like suddenly a thing comes into view and it just like turns its lasers and fires, veering off from your from its trajectory. So this kicks you up to a hit, not a strong hit, but a hit. So when you gain a hit on releasing your powers, you can choose to mark a condition, Vigil, or I will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
Well, I think the effect will be unstable or temporary.
Okay, yeah. So the effect here is unstable. So you manage to like you scale the outer surface, right? Like how do you get up to it, because it's like a story above you. So you tell me how we see you ascend.
How do I ascend?
Like a ladder, with handles on the wall or something.
I would say he would probably like if they are like up on the higher thing, he would just run up the wall.
All right. So yeah, we see you do like the cool Prince of Persia style, like with like the downwards facing camera looking at you as though you were running up a wall looking floor.
Cool.
And then leaping onto the platform. And as you do so, the thing like targets its lasers on you. Then suddenly from down below, a couple of throwing knives enters its scanning range. It turns, it shoots, like giving you a moment to like defend yourself as it brings its weapons back to shoot at you. And you've brought your shield up to defend yourself. But as the lasers hit, you get knocked back. You manage to stand your ground, like and not tumble over. But the lasers get deflected, and we see these like yellowish lasers cut through the struts of the walkway you're on, and the entire thing shifts nauseatingly and starts giving way. Now you have a moment where you can like do something because like do whatever you want to do. But right now you're standing on temporary footing. This thing is about to come down.
I have
What do you
one
do?
question,
Yep.
guys. What state is Halcyon City in, if it has ever been? If that has ever been, I think we mentioned at one point that it's in California or something.
I don't know. It is
And
not.
just-
It's not
Okay,
established. I
it's
think.
not. If
where
okay,
it is.
no problem. Then no problem.
But
no
we can
problem.
just. I mean, it might be that I'm wrong. In which case, we can retcon it later. But until then, we can just pick whatever place we want. Like, is it an East Coast city, a West Coast city? Is it in mid America?
I mean, for some reason, I have it more or less down as a city that basically covers most of the Californian coastline.
They used to call it the City of Angels.
Yes, and San Francisco, and San Diego, and Anaheim, because they all, just kind of grew into one.
I'm okay with it being on the East Coast.
It-
Sorry,
it-
West Coast.
Sure.
Okay, but the reason why I'm asking is because you said that he was standing his ground, and that's actually not legal in California.
Wow, all that setup, all that set up for the laziest pun.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, I'm so glad to be back.
I'm horrible. I'm a bad human being.
Sweet. Okay. So yeah,
So how do I react to being wobbly legs?
Yeah. you're
Basically,
in a precarious
I think he's like in one hand is projecting like this round Captain America Wonder Woman-esque shield, and in the other he slowly starts like projecting a like Kratos style chain,
Yeah.
spins it around and throws it towards the enemy, trying to lasso onto them.
Sweet, and just like get at it that way.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And basically in the end, like he at first tried to lasso them, but if he can, he wants to basically ride them.
Okay, cool. So, yep. So roll to directly engage your foe here. Roll plus danger.
Can I decide to pull my punches because I don't want to? Yeah.
But because you're not
yeah.
smashing it, you're
Yeah.
riding it.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm not looking to, and also I'm not looking to give it any
Tell me that he can wrangle it and make it his mount.
No, I'm not looking to incite any emotion in it. Basically,
Isn't it a robot?
It's a robot.
yeah, it's comic book robots. Robots can also be afraid.
Robots are people too.
Aww.
I'll allow it. Sure. Right.
Yeah,
roll,
okay,
roll to
so-
fight the good fight.
Okay, so I'll roll Savior instead. A Savior at -2. Still have the -2. 2. Do I have? Oh no, I already have minus. Because of insecure, so it will. Yeah.
Delightful. Okay.
Oh, that. I'm just looking at the roll. It should be 4 instead of 6. Because it's 3 + 1, and it should be +0. Because I have -2 to directly engage. Because of afraid.
So it's
Oh.
it's even
It's
lower.
4 instead of. Yeah, it's 4 instead of.
Okay, cool. So, yeah. All right. In that case,
Oh my god! I chain onto it, but it just swings me around.
okay. So we see you like you leap forward as the strut like underneath you comes away and like starts collapsing onto the floor, breaking apart like one of the data stations down below. You swing this chain and the chain wraps around it, and you start like swinging and you gain some momentum. And as you do so, the thing kind of like scampers sideways and turns on its like on its perch to like follow you, and then its chassis starts shaking, and then suddenly like sparks of lightning comes off it as it like electrifies its outer shell, and we just see this surge of lightning crawl down the chain and just like pow, just like explode onto your person.
We have the shot of my skeleton.
Exactly.
Yeah, and suddenly he's got Son Goku hair.
Roll. So we see you like you get like sapped, and then like naturally you get dislodged, and we just like see you like float like being like cartwheeling through the air of the room, tracing like a smoke trail, as you're like on impact course with somewhere. But let's have you roll to take a powerful blow, and we'll find out how you nail the landing.
I can see my house from here.
Okay, so sorry again. I was
Powerful blow.
powerful blow. Okay. Just because I have to mechanically, does this enemy count as someone with far greater power than me?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Yes.
Oh. Well, okay.
Wow. I think you're gonna feel that one in the morning.
I think I'm out. I think I'm out.
Do you get KO'd?
It's very possible that I do that. We just look at
All right. So
powerful blow.
yeah, you
10
get
plus.
to take your.
Either remove myself from the situation, or I lose control of my powers, like in a terrible way. But how would I lose them? I suppose that would be up to you.
The lightning supercharges your speed, and you can't stop.
Just runs around the room. An idiot.
Runs into the wall and gets knocked out anyway.
Yeah.
So he's
I kind of don't want to be out cold from the entire situation, so I would say
You can also pick two options from the lower list.
okay. Okay. So I think we will take two options from the other side, and so one will be I give ground, opposition gets an opportunity, obviously, and the other one to not get KO'd is I lash out verbally. You provoke a teammate to full head the action.
All right, sweet. Let's talk about provoking a teammate. What do you think that looks like, and and how do we see that manifest?
Oh dear.
You can have some director's input here on like as we see you trailing through the air like with a smoke trail behind you, like the contrail of smoke. Like you land somewhere and do a thing, and you can like kind of have some authority here over like where that is and how that provokes someone.
Does it have to be with Can it be like like we roll it back to me being still like electrocuted, and can it be like a really horrific scream of pain? Is that enough, or does it have to be me actually being
It does say like out.
This is you like this is lashing out. This is you like doing the teenage superhero drama thing, right? Like you're calling someone out for some reason, right? Like the classic example of this would be to like shout at someone to like carry their weight and like trying to deflect, being like, "What are you doing? Help me deal with my fuck up here. That's totally not my fault," right? And like being an awful shit about it. Or just calling for someone to like I don't know, like a person you wouldn't want, like when Starlight is like has like a bunch of conditions, being like, "Starlight, we got this, like run ahead," or something, right? Like
send him flying into Diamond if you want to go, further the feud between the two of them.
lash out verbally, being hurtful. So provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. So yeah, either lash out to provoke them to do a thing that is stupid, or use your influence over someone to be a hurtful shit.
Okay, so I think he does like this. He gets blown back. He just like first rolls on the ground and then gets onto one knee, looks at Diamond, being like a little bit across the room from her, and
Flips the bird at her.
Okay. Why? That's weird. just random flip the bird.
Just out of nowhere, stabs his sword into the ground and dissipates his shield.
Just like, fuck you.
Fuck you. You see this, Diamond? This is for you.
That would be random.
Okay. Let me just formulate this in my head. He's like, Ada, Wrecking Ball. Maybe you'll do something instead of just being a target for them and hiding behind the shield.
The point is, she's not actually hiding behind the shield, but she is a
Well, you were encompassed by the shield from.
Oh, okay.
But that's a great response right there, like from Diamond, right? Being like, I'm not hiding. Fuck you.
Exactly. Not only that, but that actually makes her literally break. That would be the reckless thing, because she's already angry. Okay.
Yep.
He's the rival.
Yep.
She really does not like him very much. So she bursts out of the shield, powers through whatever enemies stand between her and Vigil, and she wants to grab him by the throat and basically slap him up against the wall. Just...
Enemy or Vigil?
You basically you want to you get this is about him provoking you to. I guess here's the thing though. We should acknowledge this, by the way. So I'm super about that thing you're saying, but I want to put this on. On Vigil, because there is a provoke in here. So you provoke someone to this action implies a role, right? Because we actually have a role to provoke people. So. You feel free, Joan, to be like, no. It might be that he's failing this, but I'm totally gonna crack his skull.
I am.
But
I don't have influence, so okay.
No, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't have influence, but he is her rival.
Yeah.
So he is playing on all the right heartstrings here, and he doesn't actually have to. I mean, yeah, sure. If you want to roll, but he doesn't have to, because she's gonna go for him anyway.
I have to make the move.
Yeah,
anyway.
We make the provoke move and see what's up. Because we.
Okay, so it's superior. That will go well. Another roll at -2.
Hey!
Delightful. All right.
Does that give him another potential? Great.
But I'm back in business.
You can also, in case you want to offer this, in case you want to, you can spend a team selfishly. I mean, that plays perfectly into what you're actually doing, right? But you can spend a team selfishly here to call out to call out Diamond if you want to, make that provocation successful.
Yeah, I think I will just.
Sure.
I think I will spend it selfishly just to provoke her actually to do. If she accepts,
yeah. What?
And basically,
he's already. If he's saying, wrecking ball, are you going to do something useful or hide behind the shield? I can guarantee you, she's going to do something.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But the question for you then, Vigil, is what are you trying to provoke her to do? You know what you're saying, but you get to But it can be something else.
Okay. First of all, if they don't do it, they mark a condition. That's kind of a thing implied, and is susceptible to words. Say you're trying to get them to do, and then I said what I'm trying to get her to do.
Yeah.
Actually fight instead of just.
So the question from me to you then is like, are you jazzed about this? Like about Diamond like being like, oh wait, I'm gonna fight, right? I'm gonna fight you. Do you want to provoke her to come at you? Or do you want to provoke her to like go out there and like throw herself into reckless action against the robots, making her the single target of all their fire? Because you get to make that decision on like a different level than your character does.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could have her break the shield as she busts through it.
That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen because of
Yeah.
the selfish
Oh,
team
okay.
spec.
Yeah, I think.
Further the feud here, for goodness sakes. We're gonna have, if we continue this, we're gonna have promos soon.
Okay, I think he wants her to like. I would say he wants her to fight the robot, but I think that drama-wise, her attacking him would be.
Well, strictly speaking, Joan said she would go through the robot.
Yeah, because she has an ability. She's got the unstoppable move, meaning that she can literally plow through them if they are in the way of getting to you, which is where she wants to go. Die, robot.
Yes,
there is literally a way of doing both.
So there is it doesn't quite specifically work like that, right? You can't use that move to engage separate places, right? It is the Juggernaut move. It is the like no one stops the Juggernaut thing, or like you can't stop the Rhino, where you charge at the thing you want, and as it just so happens there are no robots in that way, right? You would have to veer off course to get at the robots, and then like okay, now I'm done. And then
when you smash your way through scenery to get to or away from something, roll plus danger on a hit, the world breaks before you, and you get what you want.
Exactly, but like what you want is implied to be like you. For example, you couldn't
I'm,
be like.
I'm not actually. Well, the point is, I am not getting to him and hitting him. I'm getting to him and grabbing him up against the wall. She's not punching him.
Oh no, I get you. And you can totally do that, but that does not like you breaking the world before you in this case isn't like that. That is like there is no need for that move because there is nothing preventing it. Right? It's just like an open room.
There's the shield.
That's true.
And there's the shield, and there are the robots between us.
Sure, the robots aren't between you, but I get what you're saying. So
yes, I would say just for the drama, I would say he wants.
Right.
What he says is for her to fight the robots, but he wants probably her to provoke her to fight. Well, to attack him. Let's say that.
It's
dramas.
It's a very hot and bothered moment, right? It's
like, all coming to a head.
Yeah.
Okay, and now you can accept my provoke or decline it and mark a condition.
No, I think I'm just gonna accept it.
All right, sweet. So by conjunction of events here, Vigil is like propelled through the air, lands. It hurts. It's not a good feeling, right? But yeah, you manage to like call out to Diamond, be like, "Hey, fucking do something about this shit." And Diamond, taking the bait, breaks the defensive line at the wrong moment, right? Where the moment where White Sparrow needs to be like drop her barrier and like catch her breath so she can bring it back up again, is the exact moment where Diamond's like, "Oh, you and I are gonna talk now," and just like clears the floor, just like moves away, leaving the rest of the group open to fire as she does so.
I'm also for the mental image of her actually breaking the barrier to
totally, totally.
God's
Also,
sake, that just the all the brambles and shit just shattering.
Yeah, that's probably what it looks like then, right? Like as I said, it's the wrong moment for White Sparrow. So when you leave, it's just like the thing breaks apart, and suddenly the rest of you are in a precarious spot. As we see Diamond just like legging it across the floor, getting directly at Vigil, grabbing him and slamming him against the wall. We have like an extreme close-up of the two of you, like 2D perspective, right? Like shot for shot, like being like angry faces. Diamond, what do? We'll return to the others getting pelted with lasers in a second.
Yes, what she does is she runs there, she grabs him, pushes him up against the wall, and says, "Oh, You want me to do something, do you? And then she uses him as a projectile against one of the robots. He literally tries to demolish the robot by way of Vigil.
Delightful. Delightful.
She knows he's durable, so whatever.
He's not. No, I mean he's definitely durable. Right? You're all superhero durable.
That's
but
exactly the point.
In different ways, right? Like
this is a not very well thought out fastball special with a man with a sword.
Right, let's see. Where are the? There is a thing I need to look into here because I haven't needed to use it yet. There is a section of this book that talks about how PvP works. So I need to just quickly look at that.
Meanwhile, speaking, if this PvP, she's using him as a weapon, but yeah.
Well, he's not willing, so I suppose.
Oh, fair enough. All right.
What? He's not willing to be used as a weapon?
Well, I would say it's a matter of engaging him directly first, isn't it?
We'll see how that flows. So I just need to find the dumb thing I'm looking for.
Oh, this is a thing of beauty.
It really is. I'm a huge fan of what's going on right now.
Yeah. Especially since it really furthers and deepens the antipathy between the two of them. This is such a rift inside the group.
And this is such a an ironic thing because I am 3 potentials away from being able to take adult moves.
It's like a staple of the genre, right? It's like butting heads in a strenuous moment. It's basically like classic for this, and how you come out of it is up to you. I
believe in the 1990s there was that Sergio Aragonés Massacres Marvel comic or something where he laid out one of the ground rules that when 2 superhero groups meet each other, they are bound by the unwritten superhero rules that are actually not unwritten but written to engage in needless and stupid combat, even if there's a greater threat from an enemy all around them. So I guess we're just taking a page out of that playbook.
Ha! All right, let's see. I annoyingly can't find the thing I'm looking for. But while I keep looking for that, why don't you, Finn, like let's go fictional for a moment. Let's just describe the interaction here. So you get like thrown up against the wall, like grabbed by the collar of your garment, and then Diamond snarls in your face and starts lining up to throw you. And yeah, feel free to like describe your resistance to this. We'll see how it actually ends up in the long run. But yeah, you feel free to like kind of interact with each other on the fictional level here.
He would probably grab her by if she grabs him by the collar, then he would grab her by the wrist and at first be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And if he sees that she lines up a shot, he would probably try to either roll through it and arm drag her to throw her if he's able to, or at least drag her with him.
Awesome. This sounds great.
Depends on magnitude of success.
Definitely.
Well, either or, it's going to hurt the robot that gets hit with the projectile.
Oh, yeah. That's the end outcome, right? Like ideally, this is going to end in one of your foes going down no matter what.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see. There we go. PvP. Okay. Give me a second to read this.
1.
Her.
Hardy her.
Hardy, hardy, har. Party, hardy.
All right. Well, in that case, I think I got it here. So, the one like taking charge of this situation, so to speak, is definitely Diamond, right? Like you're the one initiating the conflict here. Not in the provocation sense, but the one
in the physical sense. Yes.
So roll to directly engage, basically, and we'll abstract that into the result of what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Kapow!
Oh shit. Okay.
Good lord.
I think that qualifies as an ouch.
We can hereby conclude this is how Vigil became a pug.
Yes, his face gets squished against the side of a robot. Poor Vigil.
And the breathing issues that comes therefore.
Yep. Alas, poor Vigil. I knew him, Horatio.
Okay.
He was a fellow of infinite madness.
Okay. This is cool. Okay,
Provoking an angry bull.
this also like shines a light on something I've been questioning like over the course of play. So you line up the shot and like your shot's about to connect, but we also know that Vigil means to defend himself.
Yes.
Now the question for me is, based on your description, Vigil, are you like counter engaging, basically? Like are you punching back by like trying to like lean her into the throw, or are you defending yourself?
The correct answer is yes.
Ha.
I would say probably sick of this shit already, so he'll probably try to lean her into the shot. Like trying to, basically trying to reverse the shot.
All right. So in that case, there is a chance of this going wrong for both of you. So you're not actually defending yourself as much as you're like basically like fighting back, so to speak. So roll to directly engage.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. 2 away from being able to take adult moves.
All right. So, Joan, just pick your options as you would regularly.
All right. Let's see. I just need to open the moves section here so I can.
Yeah.
And since I'm
Diamond.
Yes. Well, yeah. I'm picking 2. Is that it? Yeah, 2.
Correct.
All right. Boom, 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 boom. 2 and 4. That is what I'm considering, but yeah, I'm taking something from them, and I am.
What are you taking from Finn?
It's pudding.
That is definitely a completely valid thing to take from him in this case.
I'm taking from him, I would say, control over his physical form for a second, because she's throwing him through the air.
I getcha.
So yeah, that's what she's doing. That's the specific way she's taking control away from him. And in doing so, was he already frightened? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yes, he's already frightened. All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to impress him on top of things.
All right. So in that case,
this is probably, considering the roles, she probably makes that look ridiculously easy.
all right. So you impress, surprise, or frighten him. Now here's how this is gonna play out. So first and foremost, you don't resist his blows. So
Nope.
You still trade blows. This is not just a I got you and now you're in the air. This is a like as you tussle, Finn gets a punch in.
Yes.
And Finn is no pushover in the
No.
department.
So she takes another powerful blow.
You definitely take a powerful blow. I'm putting this on Finn, right? as you have this scuffle, and as you like realize that Diamond is like seeing red and about to line you up as a javelin, you as you describe struggle to get free, and you try to like fight her to a standstill. You do see an opening, and you can land a punch if you choose to. I would say it's implied that you do so, but I'm not gonna force you on this. You can call it that you are not going to, I would say. But yeah, you will definitely like when Finn sees his moment, there's like, oh, I can like, you can suck her in the jaw as she's like getting her hands on you. Do you do so?
Yeah. You know what? He's not angry, so I would say he doesn't.
Okay.
I would say he because he tried to, instead of punching her, he was trying to actually, toss her. So he was probably maybe looking for a different kind of opening.
I get you. Yeah, I'm with you, AJ. Boo! Do it. All right.
What?
So
Okay.
I'm gonna honor that. So you take a powerful blow first and foremost.
Okay. Question is Diamond considered someone far greater power than me?
That's a great question. I would argue personally.
I would say, considering the roles.
Like all things considered, in the grand scope of things, the two of you are not entirely equal. She's not vastly stronger than you. That's the thing. She's definitely stronger, but she's not vastly stronger. And when you have your full suite of powers, you will be equal in almost every respect, except that she will. You'll be the sickle and she'll be the hammer, to get a bit communist about it.
Okay.
Red front
So I'll just roll my conditions as usual. Partial hit.
Yep. All right. So.
So it's. Oh my god! Do I lash out again? No, I would say I give ground, and my opposition gets an opportunity.
All right. So in this case, that could have referred. That can both refer to.
No, my opposition in this moment is Diamond. So
I have one question there, because I am specifically throwing him at the damned robots. Is there a chance that this is going to do some damage to them?
Oh, you have no clue. Like this is gonna destroy one of them. Like this is gonna outright destroy one of them.
Okay,
it's also going to hurt Finn.
Yes,
because
I'm
or you know,
I'm gonna hate myself for saying this.
or you know what? No.
I'm perfectly okay with it
Okay,
hurting
okay,
Finn.
okay. Can I if you're okay with hurting Finn, I would say I would retract this completely, and say he takes 2 conditions and is just fucking knocked out.
I am A-okay with that.
Yeah, he's because I marked 2 conditions, and I have all of my conditions. I think I
So
cleared
he
one
is
of them or all of them.
he's coming to rest inside the smashed hulk of one of these things. Is that?
Yeah, basically when the smoke clears, you see him probably like slumped against the wall with like blood trickling from his face.
Yeah,
Ow.
there is the impact drawn in like an opaque red background with some black shading, like showing the impact. And then there is a wide shot of the room itself where one of the robots is exploding. And yeah, Finn is just somewhere in that explosion. And yeah, he's fit, but he's not a genius. He's not superhero tough. So there is an explosion, and as the roar of the explosion dies out, there is just like the image of Finn, like body kind of like weathered, as you said, like bleeding from the head, probably have something twisted, KO'd up against like a wall that has cracked under the impact of his body, just like tearing through his opponent and just continuing across the room and impacting the wall. So that happens.
Something tells me that Diamond is going to get kicked out of the group after this.
She might get a stern talking to at the very least.
So, however, though this definitely happens, and I'm a big fan of this, good for all of you. While this is going on, the defensive line in the cell has been broken, and all of a sudden the three walkers that presently doesn't include the one exploding in 5 seconds, just like can shoot at the lot of you like in that room, and I'm curious because in this moment as White Sparrow is like, her barrier drops and she's like, shit, right? Like you know that like, oh shit, this is gonna go wrong, and Nightshade, you also like you've trained with White Sparrow, you're familiar with the problem that you're facing right now. So I'm curious what both of you are gonna do. But I also want to throw the hot potato to Starlight in this case because Starlight is your best ranged cannon. And this is definitely a fight taking place over a large area. So Starlight, as the barrier drops and you are suddenly like targeted by your opponents, what do you do?
Panic now.
Wild panic?
I have no clue.
You could probably like sap them back, trying to take some of them out before they get to you, or like before.
You also have shielding capabilities.
Yeah, you can employ your powers to try and devastate these security measures. These are not like these aren't super villains. These are like automatic sentries. They're not pushovers, but you've dealt with worse.
Melt them.
Well, they're robots, so this one I thought about doesn't work.
Yeah.
Well,
how do you imagine would Starlight like try and sap them, or would she?
Well, first she needs burn, otherwise you can't do anything.
You can unleash your powers without burn. You can
Yeah,
also
but I can't use my moves without it.
Well, yeah, you can. You can use every move that isn't a special move. You can directly engage without burn. It would just be like, I don't know how you would imagine it. I'm like imagining eye lasers and like throwing concussive blasts of like starlight or energy.
exactly.
Well, I already have -2 to unleash my powers because I'm hopeless.
But yeah, you can do whatever you wish. Like you can try and like rack up the infinite power and like use your burn. You can also directly engage. You can try to use unleash your powers to create a barrier, like change the landscape of the fight. You can do stuff. How like imagine how your character would use their powers.
I'm just going to point to the time and say, do we have another break coming up? Or
Yeah, we do. I just we'll
Yeah.
solve this and then
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
with you. I'm with you.
What if none of what I want to do is actually protect the others because they have each other?
That's
When
fine.
attack or
Then
whatever
you
you
can
want.
just
directly
directly engage them, and like that's a perfectly valid thing to do.
Absolutely.
But my concern is not the robots.
What's your concern?
It's
The fighting
Diamond throwing
thing.
our teammates around.
That's true. So what do you think Starlight is gonna do about that? If she's gonna do about like is Starlight gonna deal with that situation, or is Starlight gonna deal with the robots? What do you think?
You know what? Fuck it. She's gonna burn up everything she has.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna do a reality storm in the middle of the fucking everything to just bomb the shit out of the robots.
That's awesome. Now, of course, because you're reality storming, there is the very... I'm not even gonna say risk, right? You are definitely gonna destroy things.
That is why I'm using all my burn, because if I use another burn, I don't get unwanted collateral damage.
Ah, that's so good. That's so good. Right, and you have burn left over from your stuff outside.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yes.
have 2.
Do they fade between scenes? I should probably check, because if they do, you would have to re-burn. But I'm with you here. I just want to make sure we're doing it right. So let's see.
So basically, instead of losing control over it and destroying everything, she'll directly bomb all the robots. And
This sounds good to me. Let's see. Lose all the burn at the end of the scene. Okay, so is this an extension of the last scene, or is this a new? I feel like this is a new scene, but I don't know.
yeah, we've had a little respite
All right.
there.
So let's do that. So you burn up. You mark a condition, and you
Yay.
you get 2 hold. 3 hold.
I get 3, and I use 2 of them.
Right. So, roll plus freak instead of plus danger, and directly engage your enemy.
Yeah, I need to find out what I'm actually going to, I'm gonna put insecure because she just unleashed a fucking comet storm in the middle of a room.
That makes sense. Also,
And it was freaky.
Yeah,
Also,
and the
you're
last
like-
time,
Oh,
last
fuck.
time she did it, that was shit.
Uh-oh.
rough.
Well, it's potential.
Yeah, definitely mark potential.
Yeah, I have to see what happens when that happens.
All right. So
It's not influence.
here is what. So this is a I make a move situation. And I'm gonna honor I'm definitely gonna honor the 2 points you sunk into this. So even though you like charge up the reality storm and like you could lose control of it, but you don't, right? You minimize the collateral damage. What is happening here is
Could knock me out.
But you're not at the robots. You just
No,
threw someone
true.
at them.
Yeah, that's true.
Thin body gets mangled. Just
Oh, great. You threw him in there and I killed him.
Turn him into a frog.
Well, if you kill him, I refuse to take responsibility for that.
Well, her aim is the robots.
She empowers the robot.
With a stone in the face.
Yep. They suddenly become charged with cosmic energies, and now they shoot.
Well, seeing as it
That
is cosmic energy, she can lose some of herself to the cosmic.
So here's what it's gonna be, right? So you charge up your powers and you get ready, right? You heave back and you sling out you start like whirling the things together to create the reality storm. But you realize at that moment a very simple fact, and that is, at this moment and in this space, you cannot like it. It's not that you cannot create a reality storm that minimizes the collateral damage. It is that this space is not that space. You are going to destroy shit if you unleash the reality storm, and as such, I'm now giving you the choice. I'm putting it like Starlight like knows in that moment that she has to make a decision, and that is she can go through with this, which will absolutely wreck the shit out of the robots, but will also wreck the shit out of the people in the cells. Or she could not go through with it, where she can retain the energy. In which case, you are going to like have to directly engage these things on a less kablowy, like less meteor showery fashion, because the space is simply too volatile for you to cut loose. Like you are Superman walking in a cardboard world, right? You can't use your powers or someone will get hurt. So that is your decision. What does Starlight decide?
But doesn't the mist thing kind of say that it just goes wrong?
Nope. The miss says that I get to make a move as your GM, and I'm putting Starlight in a spot here. I'm saying here's the decision, and I want to know what Starlight's decision is.
All right, then she's just gonna change it. Instead of creating meteor storm, she's just gonna mangle them with cosmic energy.
Interesting. So
Unleashing her powers in another way, instead of gathering shit to throw after them, then just completely like she made the floor disappear under the thingy claymore.
Interesting. Okay. So you rip the surface out from under these things?
No, she rips them to pieces.
All right, cool. Roll to directly engage, but roll with danger.
Basically, she makes them not exist anymore.
Yep.
Isn't directly engaged already danger?
I kind of have this picture of them almost, suddenly looking like there's this giant hand that reaches down and crumbles them up like they were made of paper.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even.
To answer your questions, Rasmus, yes, it is, but I'm making a point of saying it's with danger because she just made the test with Freak for using the Reality Storm.
I would.
Ah.
No, we have no more team pools, so sorry. Otherwise, I would have been quite happy to.
Do you have any of your special hold?
Oh wait, I
Over
do.
Starlight?
I do.
Well,
Yes, she's alone.
I can actually boost people myself so they get a +1 as if I spent team, but no.
I have 2 hold over Starlight. I can use one of those, can't I?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, in that case,
But
what
let's
I'm
see. Let me just check and
yeah,
see if there is any limit as to what you can spend it on.
yeah, of course, because I mean that would be nice and useful, basically.
No, you can spend hold to help them as if it would seem in the pool. So
Yeah.
you can do that.
All right. In that case, basically, when Diamond realizes through the rage, because again we are here talking about her friend, who's clearly stepping into the breach in the barrier
Yep.
that Diamond herself made. So her friend is suddenly making herself, quite frankly, making herself vulnerable by getting in harm's way. So in that situation, what Diamond does is she waves arms and legs around, basically trying to get these robots to turn around and focus on her. And while they turn around, they're reasonably immobile, so that Starlight can smash them up. And of course, she will be in line for a walloping of another world if it doesn't actually work.
Sweet. You get the standard comic book banter, like over here, bucket of bolts. Like
Yes.
your mother was a short circuit and your father
Exactly.
smelled your father had a screw loose.
Yes.
Sure. Cool.
Your mother was an Atari, and your father had leaky circuits.
Yeah, perfect.
That was okay.
So one thing I need to do, because I will acknowledge this. You can clear angry, because you hurt the fuck out of Finn.
Yep. All right. I have removed angry.
Sweet. So
Finn is
Actually? No, never mind.
So AJ, you have successfully directly engaged your foe. So if you look at the basic move for directly engaging a threat, you made the 7 to 9 roll with the help of Diamond.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I'm taking something from them. I'm taking their physical form from them.
Ooh, nice.
Valid. All right. Yep. You are disassembling them. Cool. I'll take it.
They disappear into stardust.
Sweet. That does mean that you take a blow in return,
Yeah, but that's what I tried to get them to focus on me for, so that they would shoot at me instead.
You totally lined yourself up to do something with that, so I'm gonna let you try and defend your love, and I think you take a bonus on that. I don't know.
Okay.
Does Bull's Heart give you a bonus when you defend your love?
Let me just check, but I think it
Yeah.
might, because I have friend.
+1 ongoing to any action to impress your love. I guess doing this could count as that if you are you also trying to impress them? Do you care what they think about you?
No, in this case, I have to be honest. It's not a matter of trying to impress her. It's just a matter of trying to keep her safe.
All right. So roll to defend. To defend Starlight.
Okay.
Oops. Ew. All right. Well.
Sorry.
Well,
It
so
wouldn't even if I had a +1, that would still not have been enough. Does that mean then that I get shot at and have to take more powerful blows, or what?
But does she fail in getting
right.
their attention?
This means that Starlight takes a powerful blow. and
Shit.
it means that I will inflict you with guilty.
Aww.
So Starlight, kindly roll to take a powerful blow. That is just a roll plus your conditions.
Yeah, and I have +3 to that.
Ugh. Well,
Oh.
Yay!
full hits.
Ow.
Shit.
Right. Well, check the
God.
rules. You can remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. You can lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way. You can pick 2 options from the lower list, which includes lashing out verbally, giving ground, or struggling past the pain.
Trying to find it, but everything keeps annoying me. There. 10 plus. Oh my god.
Yeah. So either 2 from the lower or one of the big ones.
So I should mention, by the way, because we've not seen this yet, because I haven't brought it up, when there is the option of losing control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way, that does not exclusively mean what we've been doing this far, which like your powers go awry, and like a black hole is created, or like you turn into poisonous smoke. It can like losing control of yourself can also be like going aggro on your teammates, making an incredibly idiotic decision, right? Like stuff like that, to like deliberately, as a player, deliberately cause mayhem through the carelessness of your character is also a way to do that.
Actually, I think I'm just gonna go with the first one.
Removing yourself from the situation.
Yeah. Flee,
Getting
pass
knocked
out,
down.
etc., etc. She passes out.
Yeah.
One of them gets her conked really harshly on the head before it poofs.
All right. Yeah. So it's in the like.
It smacks her across the room, and then poofs.
I think the way we see this is like when you like light up and like can do this, right? And you fire your star blasts at them to like rip them apart on the cosmic power level. You can't like you can fly in a pinch, right? Like you can fly casually. You're not
If she
afraid.
concentrates on it, yes.
Exactly, and you kind of have to like avoid some of the laser blasts going on here, like as they're shooting at you. And we see you like flying around, like dodging lasers as they're shooting and crisscrossing. Firing at you, and then you reach forth and you fire your cosmic powers at them, and you rip them asunder, and they fall apart as a combination of stardust and little light motes and like scrap metal. But as they do so, we also see like that in the course of these pictures that the laser blasts impact the area in certain ways, and much like the lasers earlier cut through the walkway on the first story, in this time like one of the laser blasts cuts through the walkway on the upper story. And it like as you reduce them to slag, the thing falls on you, and you get like struck on the back of the head by falling metal and like tumble to the ground. Definitely being caught by Diamond, who's lining herself up for this, but you fail to help her in the situation. So guilty is definitely a thing. But yeah, she is knocked out. She's gonna have a welt on the back of her head.
Yeah.
You Starlight has dismantled the last robots. You are now alone with the slowly rotating lights of the alarm, and the room, which is now like the room like scored with like burn marks and like long like glowy orange afterburns of the lasers and so on. And 2 of your teammates down for the count. What do you do? And I will leave you to think on that question over the course of this break. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with more masks to see what these lovely heroes get into now. So stick around.